Hello students, let us continue with the chapter Atomic Structure. And in the previous class we have discussed about the origin of the atom and how the idea of subatomic particles has come into existence, and also we have discussed about the one of the important subatomic particle that is electrons. Discovery of the electrons we have discussed. By what method electrons are being discovered? Cathode ray discharge tube experiment, isn't it? Who has performed that experiment at first? Scientist Michael Faraday. And also we have studied the properties of the cathode rays. Okay, yes students, who all have not watched the first video of the structure of atom, you have to watch that video, and next then only you can understand the continuation of the chapter. Yes. In today's class, we are studying the charge to mass ratio of an electron. In the previous class, we study how the electrons are being discovered, and in today's class, how the charge to mass ratio of an electron was found. See, when they discovered the electrons, they were not knowing either the charge of the electron or the mass of the electron. Just they have told that there are the negatively charged particles are there in the atom. Those are called as electrons. Got it? Okay, now the scientist J.J. Thomson has taken the cathode ray discharge tube and he did certain modifications in that. Okay, scientist J.J. Thomson took the cathode ray discharge tube itself and he did certain modifications in that. Okay, see, it is nothing but the cathode ray discharge tube itself, isn't it? What modifications he has done? The shape of this you can compare with the soda bottle. Okay, it is narrow and later it has become wide, like that the soda bottle will be there, no? Like that. Okay, and in that he has cut two electrodes, two metal strips. Okay, and those two electrodes are further connected to the electric supply, that is battery. This is same, and further he is extended that. Okay, and what he has done to that? What he has done to that means, he has applied external electric and magnetic field. What he has done? He has applied external electric field. External electric field and magnetic field. Got it? This is what? Magnetic field. How it is? See? If this is the way of traveling of cathode rays. We know that there are the rays releasing from cathode to anode. Later they have passed this anode, perforated anode, to come here. Okay. At this point, what he has done? Yes, this is the way of coming cathode rays, and what he has done? He applied magnetic field. I'll show you. He applied magnetic field in this way. In this way means what? This magnetic field is perpendicular to the direction of the cathode rays. Perpendicular direction of the cathode rays is like this, and he applied the magnetic field like this, which is perpendicular to the direction of the cathode rays. And what he has done? He applied the electric field like this, which is also perpendicular to the direction of the cathode rays. And also both applied electric field and applied magnetic field, both are perpendicular to the direction of the cathode rays and also perpendicular to each other. Both are perpendicular to the direction of the cathode rays and also perpendicular to each other. Is that clear? That I have tried to show in this diagram. One is like this, another one is like this. Got it? Then what did he observe? What happened to the nature, or how the cathode rays have behaved in the presence of electric and magnetic field? Yes, see, in the previous class you have written the last point, properties of the cathode rays. The cathode rays will get deflected in the presence of applied electric and magnetic field. Yes, that is what we are studying here. When electric and magnetic field is applied, the cathode rays start deflecting their direction, or else they would have travelled in a straight line without any alteration. But as the external electric and magnetic field is applied here, see, when electric field is applied, they deflected to the point A. It will get, as it is the fluorescent coating, the light will get illuminated here. Okay. When the is applied, the light illuminated at the point C. But what happened when we maintain the magnitude of the applied electric and magnetic field? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡನ್ನು ಸೇಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ when we maintain the magnitude of the applied electric and magnetic field equally, what happened? They didn't show any deflection because like both are acting, both the forces are acting equally, so they didn't show any deflection. Then the light illuminated at point B. Okay, these are the observation made by the scientist J.J. Thomson. And also he observed that greater the magnitude of electric and magnetic field, greater is the deflection. ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅವು ತಮ್ಮ ವೇಗದಿಂದ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್? ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ದ magnitude of applied electric and magnetic field, greater is the deflection of the cathode rays. Next one is lighter the mass of the particle, greater is the deflection. Lighter the mass of the particle, greater is the deflection. Means the deflection has changed when we take the different gases. Lighter the mass of the particle, greater is the deflection. Got it? Okay. More than these all observations, what is important here? By doing this experiment, the scientist J.J. Thomson did certain calculations. With those calculations, he found the charge to mass ratio of an electron. They don't know even the mass of the electron or the charge of the electron, but he could able to calculate the charge to mass ratio of an electron. Okay. See, with this experiment, scientist J.J. Thomson has calculated. How those calculations are done is not there for your syllabus. Finally, they have given charge. Okay, indicated with a small e. Mass of what? Electron. Mass m e. Charge to mass ratio of an electron was found to be 1.758820 into 10 raised to minus, into 10 raised to 11. 1.758820 into 10 raised to 11. What is the unit here? Charge is measured by coulomb and mass is measured by kg. Mass is, if we take it above, coulombs per kg. Okay, the charge to mass ratio of an electron was found to be. Okay, it is important for 1 mark. The charge to mass ratio of an electron, who found that? Scientist J.J. Thomson. It is by doing certain alteration in the cathode ray discharge tube, he could able to calculate the charge to mass ratio of an electron, which was found to be 1.758820 into 10 raised to 11 coulombs per kg. You should remember this value. Got it? Okay. Next you write the heading. Charge on the electron. Some information about the electron was first given by scientist J.J. Thomson. So only we tell who discovered electron means we tell that scientist J.J. Thomson. Remember it. Cathode ray discharge tube experiment was done by the scientist Michael Faraday. But J.J. Thomson has given information about the electron. What is the charge to mass ratio of an electron? So who discovered electron? Scientist J.J. Thomson. Got it? Okay. Now, charge of the electron. Okay. Scientist R.A. Millikan, okay, has performed an experiment known as oil drop experiment. Okay, scientist R.A. Millikan has performed oil drop experiment. It is well known as Millikan's oil drop experiment. By doing this experiment, he found that the charge on the electron, charge is indicated with small e, was found to be 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. What does minus indicate, my dear students? This minus just indicates that electron is negatively charged. Therefore, it has a negative charge. Okay. Therefore, what is the charge of the electron? Minus 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay. These points are important for competitive exams. Okay. Once in the competitive exams, it was asked the charge on the electron was found by what experiment? Okay, some of the names: cathode ray discharge tube experiment, Millikan's oil drop experiment, okay, alpha ray scattering experiment, like some of the list of the experiments they had given. But charge on the electron was found by the what experiment? Millikan's oil drop experiment. Got it? Okay, now what are the information we have? We know about the charge to mass ratio of an electron. This one information we have, charge to mass ratio of an electron, and second information, charge on the electron we have. By using these two, can we able to find out the mass of the electron? How it is? See, mass of the electron is indicated by Me. Okay, mass of the electron is equal to charge of the electron divided by charge to mass ratio. Charge of the electron divided by charge to mass ratio. Okay, charge of the electron was found by the Millikan's oil drop experiment, that is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, and charge to mass ratio was found 1.758820 into 10 raised to 11. The unit of this is what? Coulombs per kg. Okay, now you can able to calculate the mass of the electron. By using your calculators, you just calculate what will be the mass of the electron. Mass of the electron was found to be 9.1094 into 10 raised to minus 31. Okay, coulomb will get cancelled. Per kg comes here, means it will be kg. So therefore, mass of the electron was found to be 9.1094 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. How we found this? By gathering the information of charge of the electron and charge to mass ratio of the electron. We could able to calculate the mass of the electron. Got it? Okay. In today's class, we have studied what happens when external electric and magnetic fields are applied to the cathode rays, how do they behave, and what is the value of charge to mass ratio of an electron. That was found to be 1.758820 into 10 raised to 11 coulombs per kg. Who discovered this? J.J. Thomson. Okay, and scientist Millikan have done a oil drop experiment, and with that we got to know about the charge of the electron was minus 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, when we gather these two informations, we got the mass of the electron. Got it? Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes, now we have discussed about the discovery of electron, charge to mass ratio of an electron, and mass of the electron, charge of the electron. In the next class, we'll discuss about the discovery of two more subatomic particles, that is proton as well as neutrons. Okay, thank you.